Hello, my name is Dee. Welcome back if you have been here, and welcome if you are new. Today we are going to be doing a reading on what is going on in your connection. Okay, so we are going to be looking at the current energy of your connection, the future of your connection, and what is on your person of interest mind. Okay, so we're going to have pile 1, 2, and 3, and the first pile is going to be the green aventurine heart. Okay, and I will take a clearer picture of them for you and put it up when I'm done holding them up. We have smoky quartz for option 2, pile 2. And we have tiger's eye for option 3, pile 3. Okay, so we are going to get right into it. Pile 1 with the green aventurine heart. Like I said, we are looking at what the current energy of your connection is, what is the future of this connection, what's on your person's mind, how do they feel about you, just kind of an all-encompassing general reading of the current connection that you are in. Okay, and then we might get some oracle cards as well at the end. Okay, so for pile 1, okay, so the first thing right off the bat is that I would say that this connection is perhaps quite casual right now. It's quite casual, and I feel like that's perhaps not what you are looking for. So we started out with the King of Wands in reverse. King of Wands in reverse to me can at times indicate a player, but it can also indicate that there could be a level of manipulation involved as well. That at times this person, or you might feel like this person, does not have your best interest in mind. And to see the Eight of Wands come out right after it, the first message that I got from this reading was mixed signals. So I feel like right now you might be a little bit confused because at times this connection is very hot and heavy. At times it's almost like you can't get this person to leave you alone. And then at other times it's almost like the two of you don't even know each other and this person's not communicating with you, and you're wondering, you're left wondering and you're left confused with like what the hell is going on here. That's another somewhat of a trademark of the Eight of Wands. It can indicate a whirlwind romance. And I do feel like that's the way that you should perhaps be treating this connection right now. So I'll save this for a little while, the card on the bottom of the deck. But I do feel like for you, for your own peace of mind, should be treating this as a whirlwind romance, as a casual connection, as a friends with benefits, somebody that you perhaps do feel like you have like a little schoolboy, schoolgirl crush on. But this person is not looking for a commitment at this time. And if you are looking for a commitment at this time, you're being urged to let this person go because they're not going to be able to give you what it is that you are looking for. And that's something that's very strongly coming out here for pile 1. That this person is just, it's not that they don't like you, it's not that they don't have a crush on you, it's not that they don't find you attractive and interesting and want to get to know you more. My one warning here is that if you are not looking for a casual relationship and you're looking for something that's more serious than like basically just a friends with benefits, honeymoon phase, I only reach out to you like when I want attention or I want to have a good time, you're being urged to release them. Okay, because this person is not ready to have a solid, committed type of relationship. The Hierophant would also indicate that. The Hierophant in reverse can indicate a lack of commitment. And the Eight of Swords, rather, in reverse is urging for you to release them if you do not want this casual connection. The card at the bottom of the deck for right now was the Emperor in reverse. So the Emperor in reverse is kind of similar, let's say, to the Hierophant in the sense that it's signifying a lack of commitment, but it's signifying that there's a lack of stability and security that you would obtain from this connection. I feel like you already feel that at times. You don't feel like this connection's on stable ground because, like I said, at times this person's very hot and heavy, and at times this person is not communicating with you at all. I feel like this person can be emotionally immature when it comes to expressing themselves, and at times you do feel like this connection is on wobbly ground. Um, and I would even say too, if this is somebody that you're in a relationship with, you might already feel like it's the relationship has run its course, because at times this person gives you a lot of their time, effort, and energy, and at other times this person, completely pulls away from you and you have no idea what's going on. And I do feel like that's their emotional immaturity. At times they're not opening up to you. And this is for people that are in a relationship. Like, at times they're not opening up to you. And as I said that, we got, oh my goodness. Okay. So, oh my goodness. So as I was saying at times this person is not opening up to you. Oh wow. Okay, so we have the guarded heart, again indicating that this person's not opening up to you. Now we're at a point though where this could be whether you're in a relationship or you're just like in a connection with this person. But the guarded heart is indicating that this person is rather guarded, and they're not really letting you in. And I feel like if you are in a relationship with them, that's been something that's made you feel like the connection has run its course, because you're not able to get this person to be this, like loving, carefree, puppy love, honeymoon phase type of person all the time. There's times where they're pulling back from you. Then we have Mr. or Miss Fix-It, and it's kind of like, and not only is it a message to you that this person is not at a point in their life where they want that stability and security from a romantic connection, it's also a message to, like, basically it's a message to you to not try to fix this person, that this person is going to need to, mature and grow at their own pace. I also feel like if you're in a relationship with this person, there's this very strong like indication, especially when we move forward to a card like Splitsville, that this is not somebody that is going to always be able to give you what it is that you want, need, deserve, and desire. This is urging for you to, to heal yourself first, to attract the best partners, and of course to not try to fix others. So like, whether you're in a connection with this person and they're not giving you what it is that you want, need, deserve, and desire, they, want a casual relationship, you're not going to be able to change that about them, because they're just not at that stage yet. And if you're in a relationship with this person and there's times where they're acting super guarded, they're not opening up to you, even at times with this person that you're in a relationship with, even if you're in a relationship with, what I'm trying to say is that even if you are in a relationship with this person, you may at times feel like they're not taking you seriously and they're not giving you what it is that you need to feel stable, secure, and safe and comfortable within this relationship. It's either like the crushy fun love, or it's, you not hearing from this person, or even at times this person, the King of Wands can also indicate like somebody lashing out. So at times, even if this is your, partner, at times you could feel like they get a little bit rude or snappy with you. If they're, unless they're just like not communicating with you at all. And with that, you're again being urged to recognize that you can't fix this person. This person needs to grow and to heal and to evolve. This person needs to, become more emotionally mature throughout time on their own end. It's not necessarily something that you can, like, wave a wand and it'll fix them. And we have talking, which is indicating that communication can be an issue regardless. If you're in a connection with this person, or if you're in a romantic relationship with this person and you feel like they're not taking it seriously, communication is a huge factor of what's fucked up, let's say, about this connection. And again, at times you feel like this person is not is not communicating with you either how they feel, they're not communicating with you in general, and they get very standoffish. But communication is definitely an issue, and I feel the number one thing that makes you second guess this person as well. The last card that we have is Splitsville. So again, for people that are in a romantic relationship with this person, I feel like this is indicating that, yeah, the connection for you did devolve, because this can indicate leaving quickly and decisively. The relationship is devolving or ending, and now you need your time alone, type of thing with this card. So I feel like if you are in a romantic connection with this person, you do feel like this connection is quickly devolving. You feel like at times, or for the most part, it's been this fun loving, happy-go-lucky type of relationship that you've had with this person, but now you're starting to see that they're not opening up. It's almost like there's a wall that they have up that they're not letting down for you. At times they're not communicating with you. At times they're not giving you the time, effort, and energy that they should be giving you. And it's just causing for you to second guess this connection. If this is somebody that you're in a connection with, or in a friends with benefits situation with, again, we get this very strong indication that this connection is like quickly devolving for you, that this is something that you are not really happy with, because at times this person can give you that glimpse of something more, only to completely pull back their energy. And again, your urge to release yourself from this. I feel like either way, you are being urged to release yourself from this situation, because you're not getting what it is that you want, need, deserve, and desire from the relationship. And I feel like the back and forth aspect of it, the going from communicative and having fun with one another, and the joyfulness and whatever, is like completely marred by the lack of time, effort, and energy. It's completely marred by this person's emotional immaturity, by their lack of communication, and so on and so forth. So we have separation and baggage. So again, for some of you, I do feel like you're already in separation. I feel like this person is at times not communicating with you at all. But even when they're not communicating with you at all, I don't feel like they necessarily will not ever send you a message that draws you back into them. We have separation and baggage. Okay? So again, the baggage card is very similar to the guarded heart, where it talks of, there being past hurts, or there being a wall up that they are not letting go of. And I feel like that's what's going on here. They do have a massive wall up. They do have issues. They have communication issues. They have trust issues. They have issues when it comes to commitment. And you are being urged, all in all, to let this person go, because you're not going to be happy in this connection. Okay? And I feel like what's come out here today, you're already not happy within this connection. So if it resonates, it resonates. If it doesn't, then maybe this pile was not meant for you. But I strongly feel like whoever is watching this pile already knows that there are certain things about this connection where you're not getting what it is that you want, need, deserve, and desire. I feel like this connection, that it's not worth your time. I feel like you see this person constantly going back and forth with you. And I just overall feel like you are not happy. At times you might have tried to chase or go after this person, but it just never quite worked out. It's like you can't really pin them down. What you're being urged to do, now I'm pulling cards more so to focus on what it is that you should be doing. We have the love card, which brings the focus back on you yourself, and focusing on self-love, focusing on feeling whole and one and complete all on your own. And we also have the date card. And the date card is urging for you to get yourself back out there, because this connection is not it. And you already know that it's not it. I'm not telling you any new information, like I said. So if this pile resonates with you, then it resonates. If it doesn't resonate, then leave it, because I feel like this is meant for a select group of people that already know that the person that they've been with or that they've had on their mind really isn't worth their fucking time. And you're being urged to put yourself back out there. Focus on yourself and on self-love, but you're being urged to leave yourself open for other meaningful connections to enter your life, because this person ain't it, and you know that this person ain't it. Okay, so that's pretty much it for pile one. So, as always, I apologize if anything that I said was blunt or harsh or hurtful. I'm not trying to be blunt or harsh or hurtful. I'm only trying to deliver the messages as accurately and as honestly, let's say, as I can. So, thank you so much, pile one, if you have made it this far with me. Thank you for joining me here. Thank you for allowing me to read for you, and I hope that you have a wonderful day. Hello, pile two, my smoky quartz pile. So now we are moving on to you guys, and we are looking at what is going on in your connection. So we are looking for pretty general information, what's going on in the connection, the current energy of the connection, how your person feels about you, the future of the connection, and so on and so forth. And as always, please take what resonates and leave the rest. Okay, so let's see what is going on with you and your person. Pile two. Okay, so this, I want to pull more cards for this. So the first thing that I get from it is that this is perhaps somebody that you're not in communication with, but this is someone that wants to begin to move forward toward you. So I feel like this could be somebody that's having a really difficult time mustering up the courage to communicate with you. It could also be somebody that is in your life that's just struggling to tell you how they feel, because they do, like, to me, the Magician comes out next. The Magician is indicating that this person's trying to build up their confidence. They're trying to, gather up and muster up their strength to move forward toward you, but they've never really, the two of you have never really had a romantic connection before, let's say. The two of you have, so to me, this can indicate a close friend, it can indicate an old friend, it can indicate a colleague, whoever it is that's on your mind. This isn't necessarily somebody that you've had a romantic relationship with before, but this is definitely somebody who is also very much so interested in you. They're just really unsure of how to go about it. Another thing, too, to see the King of Swords, this person's very stoic in nature. This person is not someone who wears their heart on their sleeve. They're not very, emotive. They're not, emotionally expressive. So part of what's coming up here, I feel, is this fear of it coming out of left field for you. Of you being like, oh, holy shit. And since you're asking about the person, you clearly feel some type of way about them, but it is this very interesting message of this person themselves not wanting to come out of left field. We have the Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands, even with the King of Swords, can indicate that at times this person's a bit guarded with their feelings. So not only do they not wear their heart on their sleeve, but they can also be a little bit guarded. And at times that might be something that's a cause of frustration for you, because I do feel like there's times where you thought this person really had feelings for you. There's times, even perhaps right now, where you feel like this person, you just feel like there's something more there and you can't quite put your finger on it. And I feel like at times that's very frustrated for you, because trying to get an emotion out of this person can be like pulling teeth. So that's something I feel that could be a cause of frustration for you. The Nine of Wands is also a card that can indicate that you are nearly there, or you're so close to something happening between you and this person, but at times the communication isn't all there. We have the Hierophant in reverse and then the Eight of Wands. And to me, the Hierophant in reverse can indicate this like lack of time, effort, and energy. So perhaps this person is not committing their time, effort, and energy to you because there's really nothing, there isn't a romantic history. And that's why at times it's kind of like, well, I can't constantly hit up so and so, or I can't constantly like be hitting them up, or I can't constantly be talking to them, and not in a bad way. Also in like a I'm not ready to advance this connection type of way, or I'm nervous to advance this connection way. I've never let this person know the way that I feel about them. So it's like they're trying to, the vibe that I get here is this vibe of, them not wanting to come off as being too forward with you. So they're trying to balance this energy of like basically lack and this energy of them wanting to really speed things along here. Them wanting to, let's say, communicate with you every day. They're trying to balance that, like how far do I take this so that they're not like, why the hell is this person up my ass? With like showing you interest or showing an interest in you. Then we have the Six of Cups in reverse, and I feel like the Six of Cups in reverse is yet again indicating that this is somebody that is in your life or has been in your life, but somebody that's more so of an old friend. Somebody that you might have grown up with. Somebody that at times, even in the past, you might have really thought that this is going to be your person, and then maybe the two of you did lose contact for periods of time. But to me, this is like an old friend that at times you really did. It's like you, like, what, I forget the expression and I'm really bad with cliches, but it's like you like held a candle for, or whatever the expression is. But like this is somebody that in the past, Six of Cups in reverse has the rose-colored glasses message attached to it. So to me, it's like this is somebody in the past that you've always had this like rose-colored like fantasy about. And you just could never, yourself, you just could never figure them out. You could never figure out what was on their mind. And I feel like with them, it's kind of like playing this game of how, to me, it kind of almost, it's not a game to them, but it is kind of a game because it's like, there could have been so many times throughout their life where they did want to advance things with you, but they didn't want to scare you off. Or they did want to advance things with you, but they weren't ready to yet. And I feel like now with this message of them being, so close or so nearly there toward doing something. So now I'm just trying to pull more cards to see what just to ask an exact, what the future is of this connection. And again, I feel like, I think another card jumped out. Maybe not. My dog's like sitting right underneath. Okay, I don't think another card jumped out. But again, oh my goodness. Now I'm just flinging the cards at him. Let me sit back so they just land on the couch. Okay. My God. Okay, so with this person, it's like they are still struggling to come forward. Oh my goodness. They're still struggling to come forward. We have Judgment in reverse and the Hermit. So to me, again, this is something that they've, good Lord. The cards are like going crazy for you, Kyle, too. I love to see it. I love to see it because that usually means that this person is like, when there's a lot of messages coming through or there's like a lot of cards just shooting out at random, usually means that there's like a lot of like, let's say, for me at least when I do my readings, can indicate to me that there's like a lot of energy there. There's a lot of messages that need to come through. So this person is still struggling with what it is that they should do. Again, to see the Hermit here, this can indicate that at times perhaps there is this, like estrangement between the two of you. There is this separation or this lack of communication between you two. this person has really struggled about when and how and why to come forward toward you. And I do feel like this person's done a lot of work on themselves. Like this might be, again, like an old friend, it could be a colleague, but it's somebody that's been in your life for some amount of time, and it's somebody that you've always held a candle for, whatever the hell the expression is. Like it's somebody that, and actually this guy, that the hermit is holding a lantern. So maybe that's something there, but it's like, this is somebody that you've always kind of had a thing for, and you just never quite knew if it was going to move in the direction that you would like it to. I feel like the two of you have done a lot of personal growth and healing work. We have the Ten of Swords in reverse. So even with that, I was about to say, and I'm not sure if it got out of my mouth because I noticed the hermit holding the lantern, but this could also be somebody, or you yourself could be somebody that's kind of been perpetually single, like you've had really bad breakups or really bad relationships. So you each or one of you have spent a lot of time just focusing on yourselves, focusing on personal growth, focusing on healing from those previous connections, and really bringing yourself into this place of worthiness. You yourself, you feel worthy, you feel whole, you feel abundant, you feel successful. You've really been working on your own lives in this time apart, in this, so-and-so communication, whatever the case may be, communication-wise. Like, this doesn't necessarily seem like, to me, that it's not somebody that you're in complete and total separation with, and neither one of you have spoken to one another in 10 years. This seems like somebody that if you were to say, hey, how's it going? They would, instantly reach back out to you, and vice versa type of thing. Not somebody that you're necessarily talking with or chatting with every day, but not somebody that you would feel uncomfortable communicating with. Or vice versa, or them feeling uncomfortable communicating with you. Again, the Three of Cups, indicating that this is like an old friend, an old flame. Even, again, I keep bringing up work colleague, just because, like, it could be somebody that you work with, that you've always had a little thing for, but you've never quite known what was on their mind. And we have the Moon in reverse and the Nine of Wands, yet again bringing forth this, here especially, the Moon indicating clarity. To me, it's like you're about to have clarity, or you're so close to having clarity when it comes to this connection. And then we have Ace of Pentacles, which is opportunity and potential, and the Hierophant, indicating commitment. So it's like you're about to get some clarity surrounding this connection and its potential. So now we're going to pull cards to see, well, what is the clarity that pile 2 is going to get. The first card is the Hanged Man. So the Hanged Man is indicating, just yet again, this is, okay, so this is something like, we have the Hanged Man and then we have the Four of Cups. This is major waiting energy. And I feel like it's major waiting energy between you and this person. The two of you have just kind of been like, let's say, the two of you have just been sitting, oh my goodness, and now we got the Four of Swords. It's like the two of you have just been sitting on the sidelines of one another's lives. And the Ace of Swords also jumped out, indicating further clarity to be had. So now, maybe I'll throw all the cards back in. I'm going to throw all the cards back in and then just shuffle to see what the clarity is going to be. Because what the Hanged Man, the Four of Swords, the Four of Cups, and the Ace of Swords brought forth was a very similar message of you about to have clarity after this, like, period of kind of just sitting on the sidelines of one another's lives. Okay, and it's kind of like, to me, that would, of course, indicate that the clarity surrounding this is no longer sitting on the sidelines of, like, one another's lives, but let's see. Let's see what the clarity is about. Oh my goodness, another... Okay, so now we have Ten of Wands, Two of Wands, weighing the options of what it is that you should be doing. Jesus, too many cards. Because this could just be someone that at this point in time might be somebody, it might be somebody that it's like, one of my favorite expressions that I do know, which is, shit or get off the pot already. You know, like this might be somebody that if you have really been wanting this type of connection with, this might be somebody that you should start approaching, because they do have those baseline feelings for you and you for them. So like maybe this is just, ooh, maybe this is just somebody where it's like these cards could just be indicating like it's time to take the chance. It's time to take the chance. You know, like rejection won't be as bad as you just never knowing. And okay, so I think we're good here, but I'm just gonna see one more card because the cards are very chatty for you today, pile two. Oh no, fell right onto my dog's face. Oh, okay, so, but yeah, so this could be for some of you. It could be like a like shit or get off the pot already type of situation where it's like it's time to move forward. It is time. It is time to like reignite communication with this person. It's time to reach out to this person more. You know, not bombard them, but it's time to begin to try to move things forward with them if this is truly what you want. Because Two of Wands to me is you. Like, to me, the Ten of Wands could even indicate, like, this being, let's say, like a burdensome secret. You know, like you've had a thing for this person forever, and you just never really went after them because perhaps you had other things going on in your life, perhaps some of those shitty relationships, perhaps then after those shitty relationships, you just wanted to chill and be single and work on yourself and heal and blah, blah, blah. So Ten of Wands to me can indicate, you know, like this has just kind of been like a secret you've been holding on to. But the Two of Wands indicates that you're weighing your options, and perhaps your person as well is weighing their options. So it's time to begin to, if this is truly something that you want, it's time for you to begin to make forward movement. We have Six of Cups. This time it's upright. So not only is it indicating that this is somebody that's an old friend or a close friend or a colleague, somebody that you've known for a while now, but this is also indicating this coming back together. Six of Cups is a huge reconciliation card. So if this is somebody that you at times don't have not good communication with, but if this is somebody that at times the two of you are not in communication just because, you know, you've lost touch, this might be somebody that you want to reach out to and just see what's going on in their life if you want this connection to move forward. I also feel like this is somebody that does want to reach out to you and somebody that does reach out to you. You know, this isn't somebody that you haven't, like I said, this isn't somebody that you haven't spoken to in 10 years, but this is someone that, you know, they'll text you or you'll text them every now and then. Perhaps you guys see each other every now and then. But it's somebody that it's kind of like, if you want this connection to work out or to move forward, if you want this connection to move forward toward a romantic relationship, then it's definitely time for you to begin to take forward movement toward that. Because they're doing their best to come forward toward you, but it does seem as though, as we saw in that original spread, I remember it was the King of Cups. It's like they don't wear their heart on their sleeve, and they're not very emotionally expressive. They're perhaps even more likely to show you how they feel rather than tell you how they feel. So if you want this connection to begin to move forward, it's definitely time for you to also put in some effort toward that. And we have the King of Pentacles and the Empress. So as far as, you know, future of the connection and what you're getting clarity around, you are going to get clarity surrounding how this person feels about you. To me, I see the King of Pentacles and the Empress basically as both very abundant people. It's almost like the two of you have grown up. The two of you have grown up, you're successful, you're abundant in your own right. And like this would perhaps be the perfect time to make that forward movement, because the two of you are settled within your own lives. But the two of you still have those feelings for one another. Now it's time to get clarity surrounding those feelings. We have the Star and we have the Knight of Cups. Okay, this is indicating, you know, leading toward a romantic proposal or a romantic gesture. So basically getting asked out, going on a date. It's time for you to approach this situation with hope and positivity and joy and fun, because if this is somebody that you truly want to explore a romantic connection with, now is the time. Now's the time for you to start making an effort. Now's the time for them to start making an effort. And I feel like this is twofold. You know, both of you are just kind of sitting and waiting at times. So perhaps you making an effort toward them is going to make them make an effort toward you. I also feel very strongly, though, in saying that this person is, in their own way, making positive movement forward toward you as well. It seems like there's been a long period of waiting, or a long period of trying to figure out what it is that they should be doing. Even Six of Pentacles, the bottom of the deck, indicating that there's going to be some type of offer within this connection coming soon. And I feel like the two of you have spent a lot of time, like, kind of sitting and waiting around for one another, perhaps sitting and waiting for the other person to be single, sitting and waiting for the other person to be ready, sitting and waiting to muster up the confidence, and so on and so forth. And now, now is the time. Okay, so the first card to jump out is meditate. I feel like not only is this reiterating the self-healing work that was indicated, I think, by the second batch of cards that we pulled. But it's also indicating, like, right now, finding that inner peace, finding basically, again, the strength or the confidence that you need to begin to make positive movement forward toward this person. Next card to jump out was Cupid's arrow. Have faith, love is coming. Very similar to the star, as I said. Like, have faith and hope and positivity about this connection, making that positive movement forward, because it is coming. It's also indicating a surprise invitation or meeting. So again, there's a romantic gesture and an offer coming. I do feel like the both of you have to make effort toward one another, but that effort is coming from both ends of this connection. Again, I feel like the two of you are or have been readying yourselves to make positive movement forward toward this connection. We also have the Camera card, reminiscing, learning from the past, making memories. I also feel like the Camera card is usually in my readings, when the Camera cards jump out, it's almost like a reflection of that Six of Cups message, where this is indicating somebody that is from your past. And it's indicating that you and they have learned something from the past, and you're now using that information because you've grown and healed and evolved. You're using that in order to move forward into your next connections and make them happier and healthier and more fulfilling. Again, I feel like the two of you have separately done a lot of work, a lot of personal growth, a lot of spiritual growth, and now when the two of you get together, it is going to be a very healthy and fulfilling connection. We end with the engagement ring card, indicating commitment, indicating union, and like indicating commitment and union, and really all good things. Again, even just indicating a romantic gesture or a romantic proposal that is coming your way. So this is definitely something that is on the horizon. I do feel like effort needs to be made on both ends. I would not suggest bombarding this person, obviously, because they're trying to give you that respect of them not bombarding you. And I would reach out to this person if it's an old friend, if you feel comfortable doing that. If not, this person is definitely reaching out to you sometime soon. So if you choose to sit and wait, then you can definitely choose to sit and wait. Either way, this romantic proposal is on its way to you. So thank you so much, Pile 2, my Smoky Quartz pile, for allowing me to read for you. And thank you so much for being here if you made it with me to the end of this. So thank you, and I hope that you have a wonderful day. Hello, Pile 3, my Tiger's Eye people. So today we are going to be doing this reading on what is going on in your connection. Okay, as always, please take what resonates and leave the rest. Okay, so we are going to be taking a look at the current energy of your connection. We're going to be taking a look at how your person feels and what they think about you and about the connection, as well as the hopefully future of this connection as well. Okay, so Pile 3, what do they need to know? What is going on? Okay, let's see what card fell down. Okay, we have the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, Ace of Pentacles. That means there is a lot of opportunity. There's a lot of potential here. This is perhaps a newer connection. King of Swords jumped out. The first thing that I heard too was like it could be a work colleague. It doesn't have to be, but it could be somebody that you know either through work or through school. But there's a lot of opportunity and there's a lot of potential, and at times there is a lack of either one of you opening up to the other person about it. So I would say that this person is hesitant to come forward, but they are very attracted to you. We have the High Priestess jumping out next. So to me, like I said, this can indicate, you know, somebody that you know via a work or an educational opportunity. This can be somebody as well where the both of you see a lot of opportunity and potential within this connection with one another. But I do feel like it's on both sides of this actually, that both of you are not really opening up to the other person. However, the both of you want one another really, 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 really bad. The High Priestess to me is always indicative of there being like intense, like an intense attraction and even an intense chemistry between the two of you. Okay, so we got a bunch of cards, but yeah, somebody's got their guard up. Somebody's got their guard up. So we have 7 of Wands. Again, indicating somebody's got their guard up. I feel like it's both of you. Both of you aren't really opening up. 2 of you want each other really bad. Again, there's opportunity, there's potential, but both of you are just kind of like, oh, this card was upright. Both of you are just kind of sitting around and not doing much about it, even though both of you want to move forward with this connection, but neither one of you are opening up about it. And why is that? Again, Hanged Man. Neither one of you are making movement forward toward one another. You're just kind of like, just kind of sitting here, not doing much. Both of you want to make movement forward toward one another. This is kind of similar to Pile 2. You know, it's Pile 2 had a similar message of, you know, just kind of sitting around waiting and needing clarity surrounding the connection, but neither one of you are moving forward toward one another. Knight of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, the Moon, clarity, three of Swords. Oops, 3 of Swords in reverse, indicating that there's been, you know, healing work that's been done, that the two of you have opened up your hearts toward one another. So now I just want to pull more cards, because this is very similar, eerily similar to Pile 2's message of, I believe I eloquently put it as like, it might be time for you to shit or get off the pot already. But let's see what is going on. Let's just try to dig a little bit deeper, because at this point you are being urged to stop waiting around for this person and start, you know, making movement forward if this is something that you want. Because neither one of you are opening up to the other person. And that has a lot to do with self-confidence, perhaps on both ends. So there is this want with the Knight of Pentacles. There is this want or need, or not so much a need, let's say, but this want and hope of a future together, of building a life together. But there's a lack of confidence and a lack of self-worth that needs to be addressed, perhaps. And even as I'm saying that, 8 of Pentacles is on the bottom of the deck, which can yet again indicate that there is a lack of self-worth, and that lack of self-worth and lack of self-confidence in moving forward toward one another is what is causing for there to be significant delays toward this connection moving forward. Okay, and I know I said this in Pile 2 as well, but even if it results in a rejection, because as I'm saying, that 2 of Swords jumps out, and 2 of Swords to me can indicate, you know, fear and anxiety, not knowing what to do. And my thing is always that, like, rejection hurts a lot less than you waiting around for this person. But you're being urged to make positive movement forward. I feel like this person's making positive movement forward toward you as well. But there's the issue of self-worth is, like, all-encompassing. There is a major issue when it comes to self-worth and self-confidence that needs to be addressed. And that makes me want to ask, you know, how can you move this connection forward? Because what might be needed here in order to move this connection forward, and in order to in order for there to be a future of this connection is for you to just take a lot of time focusing on yourself and focusing on self-worth and self-love and all that good stuff. Because in pile 2 was different than this pile, but it was a very similar base message of you and this person have feelings for one another, but you're not really doing anything about it. Oh, I love how the wheel just kind of shot backwards. So what is needed is healing. We start out with the Five of Cups. Five of Cups to me can indicate so many things. It can indicate, pent-up emotions and pent-up trauma that you have not worked on to release. It can indicate like serious feelings of lack or worthlessness or hopelessness. So depression, anxiety, low self-confidence, low self-esteem, low self-worth, all encompassing. Like the self-worth message is so important. That's something that really needs to be worked on. So I would highly recommend focusing on self-love and self-care, meditative work, introspective work. Reiki is another great tool, as well as, of course, therapy. Because there are things that you are not letting go of. There's things that you need to heal from. There's things that you have not grieved. There's certain things that feel very hopeless to you at this point in time. And part of that hopelessness or that worthlessness could be you. Like you don't feel worthy of this. Not like it could be you, but it's like this message of you not feeling worthy enough to go after this connection, or you not feeling worthy enough to go after any connection because you yourself don't feel worthy. So it's time for you to really buckle down and focus on self-healing methods that are going to help for you to heal and help for you to rebuild self-confidence and self-worth. Because as you begin to do so, what's going on in this connection is, commitment and love and peace and harmony within the connection and extreme positive movement forward. The two of you committing to one another, the two of you being together. And I feel like with this reading overall, in terms of what's going on in your connection, we're being told to look back into ourselves to begin to focus on this healing work first, so that when you make movement forward toward this connection, the connection can be, happy and healthy and moving in the right direction. But there's a lot, I want to pull some oracle cards now, but there's a lot of healing work that seems to need to be addressed, or a lot of, self-healing that should be addressed before you go after this connection or any connection. Spend some time to yourself, for yourself, by yourself, just ensuring that you are healing and you're not holding on to emotional baggage. So I hope that makes sense. But there's definitely... Okay. So many cards jumped out. But even one of them was this card that was I forgot the name of it, but it was basically like, you're not focusing on yourself. I think it was Splitsville. So like this connection is one that could devolve really quick if you yourself aren't, focusing on yourself, or if you yourself aren't feeling worthy. Because another card that jumped out with it was baggage. Okay, so we have Girl with Popcorn, which says escapism, little regard for consequence, creating a mess, not paying attention. And I feel like this is important for you, because the thing that you should be paying attention to first and foremost is yourself. The thing that you should be looking at is like let's say like the consequence of you focusing on the consequence of you coming into this relationship with this could result in the connection not working out. Okay, I just want to say that again because I'm not sure if I said it correctly. But the consequence of you walking into this relationship with past baggage, or any relationship, the consequence of you walking into it with all of your past baggage that you're not letting go of, with you not taking or placing any focus on yourself, of you just taking trauma with you from one connection to the next, is going to create a mess of a connection within this current connection. which is why it's so important that you do focus on yourself and on self-love, as the love card suggests. You know, feeling feeling whole, all on your own, feeling fulfilled and happy, all on your own. The card that jumped out, it's like way far away, but the card is stoked, and it's about, you know, using positive affirmations. Like, say positive affirmations to yourself in the mirror. That's like an act of self-love and self-care. But it's also about, oh my goodness, now all of these cards are just falling out. Gratuity, another card, being gracious, abundance mindset. Which, thank you for falling out, gratuity card, because the stoked card also mentions something along those lines. Rocking it, be yourself, focus on like confidence, being confident. Let's see what else jumped out. Kicking it, being in control, kicking bad habits, you know, kicking bad habits, but also, you know, kicking feelings of worthlessness, of lack, of depression, anxiety, etc., and so on and so forth. Throwing these back in. And the gratuity card in and of itself, high frequency, positivity, and so on and so forth. And we also then have the total connection card. You know, the total connection card indicating you being able to form a healthy attachment style and form a healthy and fulfilling relationship with this person, because you're no longer being held down by these feelings of lack or these feelings of not being enough and not being confident in yourself and self-sabotage and so on and so forth. So the Oracle cards did a lot of confirmation. I just want to back it up by saying that there's obviously something here between you and the person that you have on your mind right now. What you're being urged to do, or what's more important for you to do right now. And of course, you could continue to make positive movement forward toward this person. But first and foremost, or the thing that should be your main priority, is yourself, and bringing yourself out of this place of lack, focusing on yourself, focusing on your own healing, focusing on self-love, self-care, like, continue to focus on you, okay? Because you're not going to be able to give all of yourself, or even, like, let's say that this is cheesy way to say it, but you're not going to be able to give all of yourself or the best of you, let's say, to this person that you really have strong feelings for, and they really have strong feelings for you, if you're coming from this place of lack and hopelessness and despair. And this person cannot and is not responsible for pulling you out of this lack and this hopelessness and this despair. That's on you. That's on you focusing on yourself and getting better. And that brings me to one of my favorite sayings, which is something along the lines of, you know, you're not responsible for your trauma, but you are responsible for healing from it. And that's part of what is going on right here with this. So that's pretty much it for this reading. Overall, it was pretty positive. I hope that you do choose to focus on yourself, as we all should be. Like, we all should be giving back to ourselves and focusing on our own healing. It's a journey and a process. It is never ending. So thank you so much, Pile 3, my Tiger's Eye people. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you today. Thank you for being here with me if you ended up at the end of this reading with me. And I hope that you have a wonderful day.